let's move on to the next one. Logo type. This is another sort of best of class logo article from Creative Bloq, where they're looking at some of the prominent logos. Google's obviously featured because of the massive shift in 2015 from a serif to a sans serif typeface, and so that's like a complete change. Like typically, this is like in traditional logo design school, massive changes or huge leaps are often a big no-no. But I think in Google's case, the brand, it became bigger than the logo, so the four colors basically is the brand. Moving on from that, you have like Motor City Chop Shop, which is a really beautiful illustrative logo, and showing that you can see like there's a motorcycle in there. You can see there's like a mechanic doing something in there. It's like really interesting shapes. The challenge with logos like this is they require to be at a certain size, because if they go beyond the size, too small, the legibility just goes. And so logos like that, you can see they need to be celebrated, and so they need to be in a really big space for you to appreciate them.
It like looks good on a sign, but like terrible on a napkin.
Actually, well, it depends on if it's embossed on the napkin. It might do, but it has to take it has to take up the entire napkin for it to be.
Yeah, I guess yeah, I get what you're saying though. Like smaller even than that. Okay.
On a business card or on a logo on a site, they might struggle.
Right.
Like, you know. But then you have the V&A logo, which is like a gallery in the UK. Again, I mean, it's so beautifully simple. It's the V, an ampersand, and an A, and the ampersand and A is molded together. I mean, that to me is like a work of art. But you know, I think sometimes with logo design, you have to be lucky on the name and the words and the letters of the company, because the shapes of those letters will allow you to develop a mark that's unique. But you know, some letters just don't meld well together. Like, yeah. So that's sometimes a bit of luck. The Coca-Cola logo, again, obviously always features as like a beautifully illustrated thing, and also it's like time captured because it was designed at a time in the American industrial period, like I think it was like the 1800s, and so there is like something beautiful there because it's also like a time capsule, so it's like an appreciation that we will always have. To pitch a logo like this today would be very difficult, I reckon, but it's so iconic that to change that logo would be dangerous. And then, you know, there's like there's always the FedEx logo is always the one that everyone mentions because of the arrow in between the capital E and the X, because it's like always delivery and always on the go. But if you take away that aspect of it, I always find the FedEx logo quite boring, and I don't like the typeface at all. It just seems very boring.
Yeah, the typeface. I love the E and the X design of like baking in the getting you. It's a great image for a logistics company, but I've never liked the typography, and I never really liked the colors of purple and orange either.
Yeah, and then the final. You go.
No. I was just gonna say, like, this is similar to Visa, where they're complementary colors on the color wheel. So like orange and purple are opposite of each other, so that's why they like work together. But I've just never personally been a fan of this one.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose to recognise a bit. I mean, it does what I suppose it does what it says on the tin, really. The final example is this is ITV. It's a news channel in the UK, or Channel 3 as it was known before. And this was like has won an awards because it's like a beautiful shape. I suppose to describe it, it looks like it's the three letters ITV, but it's done like almost like a W. Like it's joined up together, and then as the shapes overlap, the color changes, and it's really pretty. And so, yeah, you can still do some interesting things even with like letters that don't typically work well together. So yeah, again, worth checking out this article, especially if you're interested in logo design, like best of class and things to actually look out for.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Design Huddle. The opinions expressed are solely our own and do not express the views or opinions of our employer.